So back to what I was saying. Why would someone move on to something else greater when everything is going good? That's where I left off at. And then I goes to say, nobody knows why people do what they do because we have our plans, but then that's but then there's God's plan, right? So we have our plan, but then there's God's plan, right? So do you believe you can't, or do you believe that you can? So these are some questions that, I've asked myself, and you probably ask yourself in the process of, transitioning from one ending to a new beginning is, am I ready? And another thing is, am I absolutely done with my last success or my last adventure or whatever happened, whether it was good or bad? Am I done? Excuse me. And so and that's when you can say yes, absolutely, in your soul, that you're not going to go back no matter what. Then what I'm saying, that's when it's time to make that end. You know what I'm saying? So the feeling of fear is real, but your beliefs are stronger. Okay, so we all have fear of whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have anxiety. I get anxiety really bad sometimes, especially when things are going good. Especially when things are going good for me, my anxiety actually kicks up a notch. I it's just be like, oh, too much energy. It'd be too much energy. It'd be too much. It'd just be too much, and I have to go pray. Like, I smoke weed, but that doesn't even work sometimes. Most of the times, actually, it just kind of almost makes it worse. So for me, my anxiety, really, I have to pray. I have to meditate. I have to do those breathing exercises. That I'm always talking about with self-love. It's like you have to love yourself to know that hey, something is. Why am I feeling this way? So the feeling of fear is real, but your beliefs are stronger. So what you believe about yourself, what you believe, absolutely believe without a doubt, that is what you stand on. You don't worry about the fears. The fears is everybody knows what fears stand for: false evidence appearing real. Okay, and they're appearing real. That's why the feeling feels real. That's why the nervousness is real. You see what I'm saying? But it's not real because it just isn't. It just isn't. That's the trick of the mind. Next, seek. You want to ask yourself, what is the best thing that you can do next? What is the next best thing? Excuse me. What is the next best thing that you can do to get you onto that path of new beginning? Sometimes it might not be what we planned, right? Because we always make plans, but God has his plan. So what is the next best thing? You probably was like, oh, I want the top of the line this, but you don't have the top of the line money yet. So what can you afford? Or whatever the case may be. That was just an example. Now, so what is the next best thing? Like for me, I wanted to go back to school for medical. And so actually, before I wanted to go back to school, I was already in the medical field, working in medical field. So I wanted to get certified. And so then that was my next best thing to do, right? Is to go back to school, get certified so I can do what? Get paid more money at the end of the day, right? And so the next best thing, what is the next best thing that you can do to get you to your new beginning, right? Seek and you shall find, according to Matthew 7:7, which is one of my favorite verses in the Bible. I actually know that one by heart. Okay, it's Matthew 7:7. If you want to go, grab your Bibles real quick and make sure I'm on point. Okay, Matthew 7:7 says, anything you seek, you shall find. Anytime you knock, the door shall be open. And anytime you seek, you shall find. Okay.